Bad husband. I was 27 when I married John. I had no desire for John. But my parents wanted me to marry John because John was very rich. My parents thought that marrying John would make me happy, so reluctantly I decided to marry John. My name is Emily. I am a very poor girl. My parents said it would be a good thing to marry a rich man like John. So I married John. He had a big house like a palace. John was a little older than me. That's why he got angry at the smallest things. I didn't care much about it. I was happy to live in a big house like a palace. I made all of John's food and drink with my own hands. I did it with great pleasure. As soon as I got married, John fired all the servants in his house. Why are the servants here while you are here? That's what John told me when I asked him why. I ended up having to do all the work in that big house by myself. I had to clean the whole house every week. It was a lot of work, but I did it all without saying a word to John. It was only when I lived with John that I realized that John was a very greedy person. He was very greedy in spending money. He never bought me a new dress or a nice meal. I still wore the old clothes I had. If I did anything wrong, John would get very angry. He would curse me with bad words. I was like a servant in John's house. Gradually, I got tired of this married life. I lived very sadly. John didn't even take me out. I lived a life locked inside the house. I was disappointed with my marriage. Even though I was sick, John was greedy for money. I don't want to live like this. I've seen even poor people live happier than this. As time passed, John suddenly met with an accident. He was in the hospital for months, but unfortunately, John died. With John's death, all the money and property that belonged to John became mine. I also brought my parents to John's house. John had a lot of money. With that money, I helped a lot of poor people. I was able to help many people in need. It brought me great joy. No matter how much money I had, I was never greedy like John. So, for the rest of my life, I just want to help everyone and be happy. Thanks for listening this story.